Isn't this just Love Actually, but with high school and college kids? I mean, I like it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jared, and Fridays are fairly busy because we have new releases and Netflix releases their new kind of originals and other movies. Sat down, turned on this one movie, and I thought it was going to be a bunch of crap, but I was pleasantly surprised, and it's the new film from Netflix, Let It Snow. A snowstorm hits a small town on Christmas Eve, bringing together a group of high school students who soon find their friendships and love lives collide. So is Netflix's Let It Snow the perfect movie to get you in that holiday mood? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you guys thought of Let It Snow if you were able to check it out, and what is one of your favorite go-to Christmas movies around this time of year. Now let's get into some of the good. So I teased at the top of this review that I turned on Let It Snow. I wasn't expecting much, sorry, but I thought that this movie was going to be crap. And I was pleasantly surprised with what was in this movie. I mean, it was very heartwarming, it was charming. If I had to say what this movie was in about a sentence or two, it's the teen, almost high school, college version of Love Actually, with all of these different characters going off there doing their own thing, but each of them weave together in this kind of satisfying way, and at the end, all of their storylines kind of combine. And I love that structure, even though it's a bit cliche. We've seen it in several different movies, but I loved how everything was set up, and again, it was charming, it was heartwarming. I loved it. It definitely set that holiday mood. And the reason it felt kind of just so warm to watch this movie was because of the different storylines. Each storyline, there's probably, I think, 4 or 5 different storylines, people dealing with their own stuff, you know, relationships, friends, family, future, themselves. And I liked how each of them was sort of fleshed out, dealing with all of these different aspects. Not one storyline was the exact same as the other, and not one had the same exact kind of characteristic of the character dealing with each of these storylines, so I liked it. And I liked how it all weaved together. You know, this friend is over on this storyline, this one's over here, and again, it ties into that kind of just warm holiday feeling of everything. And I don't know, I just, it's a Christmas movie. Like, this might be one of my go-to Christmas movies moving forward, because I love Love Actually. I mean, it came out in, I want to say, 2000, so it's getting a little bit older. This one brings in kind of a younger audience into that feel, and I loved it. And much like Love Actually, the cast and characters in this movie are, I wouldn't say, you know, adult stars and whatnot, but they're very much like teen, middle-aged, college stars. And I mean, it's a pretty stacked cast. So the reason these characters were so charming and heartwarming and appealing, because there's some good talent in this movie. I mean, we have Isabela Merced, Kiernan Shipka, Jacob Batalon, Shameik Moore, you know, the voice of Spider-Verse. All of these characters, I wouldn't say that they're like hitting all of these big budget top roles in movies, but they do a fantastic job in this movie, and I think that that added extra flavor. Just like Love Actually, this one has that added element. Unfortunately, getting into some of the negatives, I could see a lot of people complaining that this movie is very predictable. I mean, much like Love Actually, it very much follows that same framework, and Love Actually was kind of the first of this, but where there's several other movies, Valentine's Day, New Year's Eve, He's Just That Into You. They all follow a certain beat and all of this different structure and whatnot. So some people might complain that, oh, I've already seen this before. I know how this character is going to wind up, or I know how this one's going to wind up. But I liked it. So I know that some people are going to hate that part, but I personally liked it. And like I mentioned earlier, there's 4 or 5 different kind of story through lines that meet up at the end. Maybe one, borderline 2, aren't as satisfying as the other ones. There's this one with Jacob Batalon's character, and it doesn't get solved up in a satisfying manner. It's more of like, hey, be appreciative of what you have, in this other storyline with a boyfriend that's not really paying attention and also being sort of self-centered. Those were the 2 weaker of all of the storylines, but again, I thoroughly enjoyed this overall movie. Overall, Let It Snow is a wonderful Christmas movie and the perfect start for the holiday season, with it featuring this very charming and heartwarming storylines and story beats, with these superb characters that play well off of each other with great chemistry, but with it maybe coming off as a bit predictable, and some of the storylines not being as satisfying as the others. I would highly recommend checking out Let It Snow. I mean, I went into this movie expecting little to nothing, and honestly, I'm going to watch this at least a couple more times before Christmas because I liked it that much. In closing, I'm gonna give Let It Snow 3.5 out of 5 Christmas time movies. So what did you guys think of Let It Snow? I want to know in the comments down below. Anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there, you know, movie reviews, trailer reactions, fun comedy skits. This has been a big day, you know, lots of movies, lots of reviews coming out in the next couple days, maybe my midway review if I get to that. Otherwise, next week is a bunch of whole new stuff in Disney+. Follow all of my social media, click that subscribe button, share this out, it really helps me out, and until next time, I'll see you later.